What's up YouTube? Jameson Rubik's Guy here with a shaky camera. Ooh, this is a good start to it. Shiny Costume Pikachu is live. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. I really wish that we could get the 3 starters in the wild though, because keeping them in raids, it's going to be a lot of money for raid passes. I know that's what Niantic wants, but hopefully the odds are like 1 in 20 legendary odds or something. Today is the 17th of October, which means the Halloween event is upon us. And this video is not about the Halloween event, although I hope to do some hunting for a vlog. It is about the double transfer candy bonus from the Halloween event. We get double catch, double hatch, and double transfer candy. And why that is so important. As I've mentioned before, Pokemon Go is a game of resources and resource management. So if you can optimize certain features that they give you at different times of the year, in this case, double transfer candy, you can really put yourself ahead of the pack, or your other self that didn't take advantage of these. The biggest tip is to go through, and any time that you catch something rare during the year that you don't want to keep, first I recommend trading it to somebody that could use it and try to get something rare in return. But also, I do a special trade every single day. So I have a whole bunch of Mewtwo from friends that just are going to sit there. They've been traded to me, they aren't good stats, and I was going to transfer them anyway. So my philosophy is, go ahead and save those legendaries and transfer them whenever they have a double candy event for the year. I believe they had one last year for Halloween, and they might have thrown one in at a different time. So this is a strategy that doesn't pay off right away, but because it doesn't, you can really see the gain when you take advantage of it later. So right now, if I search X and Legendary, I can see all the Pokemon that are marked with X. X just means transfer. In most cases, I will always trade the Legendary before, I will always trade the Legendary before transferring it. But I'll probably go through and transfer some Legendaries that never really are asked for, like Latias, which I transferred last year, so I don't have many left, and Suicune. Sorry, Suicune. Get a better moveset, then we'll talk. So right now I have 50 Legendaries that can be transferred. These have all been traded to me. See, if I add the and traded part, it's still 50. These have all been traded to me. I'm getting ready to transfer them all. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, transfer all these legendaries, and then play that sped up clip on the side while I talk to you more about the perks of this. The basic way that I do this is whenever I get a legendary that I don't wanna keep, I'll trade it, and then if the stats that come back aren't worth keeping either, I'll mark it as an X to transfer during a double candy event. There are some exceptions to this. I've gotten some pretty bad IV shiny Mewtwo recently. 13, 12, 12. This one's pretty good at 15 attack. And these are lucky trades. So they have a base floor of 12, 12, 12. This is 13, 13, 12. If these were regular Mewtwo, like lucky Mewtwo even, I would almost certainly transfer them, unless they're like Shadow Ball or some, I don't know, bad example, because Psy Strike and Shadow Ball are both gonna be legacy moves. If they're lucky legendaries that aren't good stats, I would even transfer them. But in the case of like a shiny Mewtwo or something that's super rare to come by, I'm gonna save it. It's just one storage space, so in this case, 2 or 3. And if we ever get the chance to change Pokemon's IVs, like we do in the main series games, those are gonna become valuable again. Another thing I wanted to mention, you may say to yourself, I don't have the storage space to save all those legendaries. I'm sure you can go through and find some lower value stuff to transfer throughout the year in order to save at least some legendaries for double candy transfer. And if you're a free-to-play player, or even if you pay, it doesn't cost that much to upgrade your storage. It's 4 Pokecoins per slot, so 200 coins for 50 storage. If you're spending money on raid passes, 200 coins is basically 2 raid passes. On average, using this graphic from the Sylph Road, I believe this is still up to date, this Sylph Road graph says that the number of Premier Balls that you get directly increases the number of bundles of items that you get from raids. So overall, on average, if you get 3 balls for damage, plus the 3 for team contribution and 2 for gym control, and the 6 for defeating the boss, in the case of 14 Premier Balls, and you can't get more, you get 4.3 rare candy per raid. Taking the rare candy aspect by itself, if you spend the 200 coins on 50 Pokemon storage if you need to upgrade it to save these legendaries, you're essentially getting 50 extra legendary candy when a double candy transfer event comes around. 2 raid passes on average will give you 8.6 rare candy compared to 50. So if you spend your 200 coins on 50 Pokemon storage and start saving legendaries to transfer instead of 2 raid passes, you can kind of see how on the rare candy aspect, you're going to be saving a lot of resources, and then you can use that rare candy on other legendaries. Now, obviously, there are other things to consider, like the fact that you get more legendaries themselves and not just the rare candy, and more shiny chances and stuff like that, and golden raspberries and TMs. But taking it just from the rare candy perspective, it's worth spending a little bit of extra money, to me at least, to save as many legendaries as you can. Say, for example, you save a full year's worth of legendaries. You do one legendary raid a day or one trade, and you save it aside to transfer. If you transfer them at the time, you're like, it's only one extra candy. I'm not going to bother storing it. I'll just transfer it right now and get the candy. But you do it at the end of the year, you're basically getting over 360 extra candy for free that you don't have to use your rare candy on. I think that's worth it. For sure, you'll want to do the legendaries in this example. However, you can also do it for rare Pokemon. Now, Pokemon like Gibble, which is extremely rare, I'm not going to be transferring any of these because people want these in trade. I want to trade them, ideally for lucky trades, and then transfer the traded Pokemon. So a good tip that I use just during the year, if you want to clean out storage space, and especially during the double transfer candy event, I'm going to be doing this off camera and try to maximize how much I can delete, is look through your traded. Type in traded in your search field. Now these Pokemon can't go anywhere else. They've already been traded to you, you're their final destination. So you don't have to worry about helping anybody else out with this. You can be selfish here, because even if I wanted to, I couldn't trade this Charmander to somebody else. So I can type traded, and personally I'm usually only keeping 100% Pokemon. Traded in 4-star. Okay, so that means all of these here are not 4-star. There are some rare occasions where I'll keep like a 3-star or something. These Electabuzz and Elekid are marked X just because I did some trades like a day or two before the Halloween event, and I didn't need to make the space right away. Just going through, transferring these, keeping a 420 Drillbur because it's a 420 Drillbur. And looks like I forgot to transfer this, mark this little Rayquaza for transfer. So there's 2 more Rayquaza candy that I don't have to spend my rare candies on. You can go through and look at your luckies and transfer any luckies that you won't be using, like this Electabuzz. Sorry, buddy. Give me the extra candy. And like Billy the Trainer Club says, it's hard to delete some stuff like shinies or good IV Pokemon, but if you're not going to power it up or use it, what are you going to do? Just look at it? This one is a little bit difficult to just use that philosophy on, though. Lucky Mewtwo, Confusion Psystrike. I don't want to do this, but I'll do it for the video. It's gone. My philosophy there, even though it's got a legacy move, the best psychic attack in the game, I have a whole bunch of shiny Mewtwo that I will be balancing the IVs of if we ever get that system in the game. And then, hopefully, I won't need that extra Mewtwo that's lucky with not perfect stats. So these double transfer candy events are a really good opportunity to really be hard on yourself to a certain extent and go through and find those things that you were like on the fence about transferring and make the final call on them, because it's the best time that you could be transferring them. And there are 2 Bidoof at my house, and I don't know how to feel about it. Obviously, I'll be cleaning out all these random catches. Oh, you want to talk about amazing house spawns? Boom. Caught this day before yesterday. Yeah. Like Heatmore. Have I traded this? I have not. So even though this is a rare Pokemon to have candy for, I almost said rare candy, I'm not going to transfer it because I could still get the benefit of helping somebody else out and maybe get something rare in return. Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon here I need to transfer. If you're a new player who has very small amounts of candy, you can start storing up those rarer Pokemon or those meta-relevant Pokemon like Roselia or Swinub or Beldum, Bagon, Chansey, that kind of stuff to transfer during an event like this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, it's all about resource management, opportunity cost. You can spend a little bit of extra cash to get some Pokemon storage that will then save you on the rare candy cost down the road. And that's why I also do a legendary trade every single day if I can, because it's just 1,600 dust if you're ultra friends, or 800 if you're best friends. You get about a 5% chance that the trade will be lucky, and it's basically 1 extra candy. So the same mentality. I'm saving rare candy because I'm getting an extra candy for trading the Pokemon for the low cost of 8 or 1,600 dust. Of 800 or 1,600 dust. Resource management is the name of the game. And Pokemon GO is the name of the game. I mean, it says it right there on the screen. I hope you guys enjoy this Halloween event. Get some of those cute costume starters, Darkrai, some nice hatches with double candy and stuff like that. Please consider leaving a like if you liked the video and subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the box below. I respond to all comments. And I will see you next time. Jameson, Rubik's Sky out. Also, every time this event comes around, I may or may not fantasize about having 1,000 transferable Pidgeys to get extra candy. But that's so hard, and I'd rather spend the storage space on legendaries to transfer, even though I don't want to admit it. I'm just kidding. I like Pidgey candy, but I'm not that obsessed about it.